Hey, it's Big V, everybody. We're talking teams. Today we're talking about how to be a successful real estate agent in 2024. The whole landscape of real estate is changing. The market is changing. Interest rates have been on the rise. There's limited inventory. I'm telling you, there's so many agents that are sitting on the sidelines waiting to re-engage. When people feel frustrated or they feel fear in the marketplace or they feel uncertainty, the natural response to that is to sit back and pause and wait. And what we found at Workman is just the opposite of that is how you create success. When other people pull back and they're feeling frustrated or they're feeling stuck and they can't move forward, that's when we lean into the market, we put forward more effort and we take market share. How is it that in some markets like North Carolina, we've got agents that will tell you the market's down 40% and so is their business. And the exact same market, we have agents doing more transactions in this quarter than they did a year ago in the same quarter. So how is it you can grow 20 or 30% when the market is down 40%? Well, it all begins with deciding that inaction is not an option. You're not going to let the fear of what's going on in the marketplace hold you back. You're going to figure out what happens. Now, I will tell you that we have moved into what I like to call a skills-based market. And what that means is for those of you that have been in the business since 2010, so here we are in 2023 and 2024, you haven't even really had to work in a balanced market. It's been a frenzy out there for buyers and sellers, and all you really had to do is show up. And if you just did a few of the activities, you would generate income. Well, guess what? We've moved from an activity-based market into a skills-based market. And what the skills-based market means is that the agents who actually have the skills to help buyers and sellers move forward in the transaction process are the ones who are winning in the competitive landscape. The agents who don't have the skills and aren't willing to spend the time developing the skills are sitting on the sidelines feeling stuck, and they're thinking about getting a job. You know what that stands for? Just over broke. And if you go get a job, you can never have the big upside that happens as a real estate agent, which is why so many of us got our license to begin with. So what are you going to do to be successful in 2024? Number one, recognize it's not the same market. Let me give you some numbers. In 2019, it took 167 calls to get one closing. In 2020, 134. It got easier to get the same closing. In 2021, it went all the way down to 127 dials to get that closing. 2022, we started to see the market shift, and the number went all the way up to 165, back to where it was in the 2019 era. And in 2023, it's almost doubled to over 220 plus calls to get the same closing. What that means is you can't do the same effort in 2024 that you did in 2023 if you want to have the same sales. You're going to have to increase the effort, increase the dials, increase the marketing if you want to have success in 2024. So recognize the market's changed. Number two, understand that we've moved into a skills-based market. We use a program for all of our coaching clients called RAMP. It stands for Rising Agent Mastery. And RAMP is it's a 10, 11-week program that step by step takes agents through everything they need to do before, during, and after a transaction to elevate their production by 2 sales a month. Anybody here listening to this video want to grow by 2 sales a month? I mean, what would that mean to you in income? An additional 24 transactions next year. How would it feel to even do 24? I mean, the average agent does 6 or 7 deals. We don't even want you on the team unless you're doing 24 transactions. I want you to think about what happens when you do an additional 2 transactions. Now, how would you like it if I just gave you that training? Tell you what, just because you're watching the video, I want you to go down and click on the link right here in the bottom, and I want you to click on Ramp Free for 30 days and sign up for it and just get into it. Now, what is the value of increased knowledge if your actions and behaviors are not altered as a result of that knowledge? If I give you the videos, if I give you the training, but you don't actually change your behavior or watch the videos, what do you think the results is going to be? You know the answer to that. Nada, zero, nothing. So it's not just about the training, it's about whether or not you're willing to do the work. So here's what I believe you need to do in 2024 if you really want to elevate beyond the average agent. You want to take it to a new stratosphere. Number one is I need you to adapt technology at a higher level. Technology equals leverage. Things like artificial intelligence, automating your marketing systems and processes, and then utilizing your CRM at the highest level. Your CRM stands for your client relationship management. mastery. Your CRM is the hub that everything in your business and your life should run from. And if you're not a master of your CRM, then that means you're leaving huge money on the table. So number one is adopt technology. Automate the things that can be automated. Anything you do 3 times in your business, let's create a system for it. And let's use AI to become more intelligent. AI leverages the playing field of intelligence because it gives everybody access to the knowledge that only those who are highly educated or highly experienced had in the past. Now we can get it by just asking the right prompts. Number 2 is I want you to elevate your client experience and your customer service. People do business with people they love and they trust, but it's not just okay anymore to say, I got a friend in real estate. You have to have a friend who is excellent at real estate. We're telling all of our clients today when they call all of their past clients, they call their sphere of influence, they're working their top 50, to use this exact messaging. Are you ready for the messaging? Before you or anyone you know does anything with real estate, make sure you call me. Because there's so many things that are going on in the market today, we want to make sure your family's protected. Can I count on you to make sure you call me? You see, it's not about the commission I'm going to make. It's that I don't want you to make mistakes. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in real estate today with lawsuits and class action things and people getting out of the National Association of Realtors. You have to decide how you are going to elevate your client experience. Because in a skills-based market, those who have the skills and the confidence to understand what's going on and really help people move forward that are feeling stuck, those are the ones that are going to continue to win. And that's how we grow in those competitive marketplaces. So number 1, automate everything, use technology. Number 2, elevate your customer experience, become an expert in the business. And then number 3 is you have to have a plan. And your plan needs to include things like the 4 pillars of income. You can't work the same, you actually have to work harder. You want to make the same amount of money, you can't do it by doing the same things you did a year ago. You have to work harder this year if you want to elevate your income. The next thing is you've got to improve your skills. You have to role play and practice your scripts and dialogues and create daily success habits where you spend time every single day looking for new business. We have to measure and track the right things. When I talk about 4 pillars of income, that's 4 different ways of generating 100% of your revenue in each of the 4 pillars. I promise you that real estate success is not mysterious. It's not a secret thing. It's not something that is eluding to you. It's not something you can't accomplish. You can do great things, but you have to be willing to put in the work. If you're willing to put in the work, I'm willing to give you the training. Click right here below, get your free access to Ramp for the next 30 days, and just get into it. As you get into it, you're going to have everything you need to knock it out of the park in 2024.